You know, it is really hard to believe that much of the summer is over and colder weather is starting to set in.
That's right, and sadly, before we know it, it will be time to light up those fireplaces and stay cozy, but it's important to make sure that you get yours inspected.
Our chimney expert, Ken Hancock from Hancock Chimney, is here today, and I know we've had a taste of it already. You have to be starting to hear those phones ring a little bit more, because it's very tempting, last week especially. I mean, people are wanting to cozy up.
It's that time of year where we start thinking about our heating devices and what we need to do to keep them safe for the winter. As the temperature drops and the heaters and the furnaces come back on and the fireplaces get lit again, it's definitely time to get yours inspected if you haven't had it done in the last year. National Fire Protection recommends chimneys be inspected every year. Every year, yep, because your mortar can go bad, debris can get in your chimney. Even though last year it may work fine, something could have happened over the summer to cause an event or cause problems on the road. So we want to get that found out before you light them up. So if there's anything wrong, we can get it taken care of so you can safely have your fire this winter. Now, a lot of people too think that they have gas logs. They don't need their chimney inspected, but they do. Because for every cubic foot of gas that is burned, it releases 3 cubic feet of moisture vapor. Now, all that moisture goes up inside the chimney and deteriorates the mortar, deteriorates the bricks, and causes problems. So even though you have gas logs, you might think that, well, I'm not creating any creosote, I don't need to get it inspected, but really you should have it inspected.
Wow, so what are the things that people can look for? I mean, if there's going to be a problem.
Well, it's really kind of hard for the average homeowner to see what's inside there. That's why we have a special camera that allows us to view the inside of the chimney, so we can see close up what we can't see from below by opening the damper from the top looking down. Even with a powerful light, you can't see a lot of defects until you get right across from them. And that's what the camera allows us to do, is get down inside the flue and show us a nice clear picture of what the inside of that chimney is really like.
That is really amazing. And because you said things are not necessarily available to the, the naked eye, here you're always bringing in examples of what you're talking about. We're looking at the equipment right here, and then you have the structure here. Can you tell us, Ken?
Well, this is just a couple flue tiles. These would be inside your chimney, surrounded by brick. So just for today's purposes, we just have the flues here. And this are flue tiles, and these are, sometimes they can crack, they can spall, little pieces of them can flake off, and that reduces their fire safety and their fire worthiness. And that's what we want to have the camera inside to find out what the condition of that is.
So you look from top to bottom?
We look top to bottom or bottom to top. Yeah, the camera will go up through the damper from the bottom, but also we can lower it down from the top. This is our camera here, so we can reverse it and go like this and go up through the damper to tell us what there's smoke chamber, if there's any missing mortar in the smoke chamber, which is the area right above your damper. This is a very critical area because it takes a lot of heat in that area, and that's where a lot of fires actually start, is in the smoke chamber area. A lot of people will say chimney fire, like this part of it, but it's really in that mantle area and the smoke chamber area where we see a lot of fires, because the way the fireplace is designed, the heat wave comes back towards the front of the fireplace, and that inside of the front of that mantle gets very warm.
Wow. So if someone wants to call and have their chimney inspected, how long does this usually take?
An inspection will take about a half hour, and if it needs to be swept out, take up to an hour.
Oh, wow.
And for today, our people that call today, we have about $25 off our usual inspection fee.
Oh, what a deal. That's a great deal. Now, we're looking at a picture right here. It looks kind of like a crack. Are these some of the problems that you sometimes discover?
These are pictures that we've actually taken from chimneys out in the field. And there's cracks, missing mortar, and then all this goes on a flash card, so we can take these stills and send them to your insurance company if there's an insurance claim, or we can then send them back to your computer, email address, and then we have a regular little digital camera that we take pictures of the exterior up on the roof, so we can show people close up if they have a flashing problem or cracks in the top that you can't see from the ground, but we take a picture and then provide that information to them as well.
That's really scary too. I mean, it surprises me. I didn't know this is something that has to happen every year, but being in the news business and working at a TV station, we unfortunately see the stories every year when the weather gets chilly about accidents that happen due to
there's
fires.
a lot of things could be avoided. You know, safety first, and people just don't think about it sometimes. And a lot of people think that they can do it themselves, and that's why we kind of discourage people from trying to be their own self-examiner, because they don't really know what they're looking for. I mean, yeah, it's just common. People think, okay, there's not that much to it, but there's a lot of small things, and all it takes is one small hole to allow heat to go through. If there's an adjacent wood member there, they get that wood sufficiently warm enough, it can start to burn, even though there's no fire been attached to it.
Wow, so it's for today only, the special that you're offering to 8 West viewers.
Yes.
Tell us one more time.
$25 off.
Great deal.
Better call today, because that offer is not going to be on the table tomorrow.
Well, I know you're getting really busy too, and so it really helps to think about that. You know, temperatures in the 60s and 70s this week, but yet they're going to be plummeting very, very soon. So, Ken, thanks a lot.
You
We
bet.
appreciate
My pleasure.
it.
Thank you so much.
Stay with us. More 8 West to come.